It's Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. Coming up on the program today, our favorite prostitute complains about lower stomach stink. Plus, making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich during your Zoom court hearing, trying to meme yourself dying, and comfort tactics. A lesson in strategy. All this coming up today.
I'm inviting cocks all around the globe to come and never go, always in and never out. Shout it loud, shout it loud. Cocks will conquer, conks will unite. Cocks will fuck and fuck all night. Cocks will stand one side one and shoot at the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, cocks. You got sperm to send, yeah. Cock a cock 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 cock. Cock a cock 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 cock. Cock a cock cock cock. Cock a cock 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 cock. I'm inviting cocks to be my guests, to party and play, shoot and explode. Oh, have ye fun, cocks, dump and reload. Cocks will conquer, cocks will unite. Cocks will fuck and rock all night. Cocks will stand one side one and shoot at the count of 10. Everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, cocks. You got sperm to send. Yeah.
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
Oi, pussy. Oi, pussy. Oi, pussy. Oi,
I've injected my knee with my feces, 120 cc's under my kneecap, just liquefied, pump it in.
Full bloom AIDS.
All right, Tim back here with you for the Wednesday episode of DV. Have a great one for you. Real quick programming note. Friday's show is going to be a best of program. Here in America, we apparently have another federal holiday coming up on Thursday. It's Juneteenth. Okay, I'll take it. It has to do with, I don't know, the freeing of the slaves or something, or like news reached Texas that slaves have been freed. Whatever. Congratulations. It's a day off, so I'm happy. Finally, I get to see a benefit for the end of slavery. That's all white people really wanted. Now we can all sort of get behind the idea of black people no longer being owned. See, because the slaves were freed, white people get a day off of work. Yay! Now I'm against slavery! We wouldn't have the KKK if Juneteenth was around back in the 1800s, you know? You know, black people are always talking about reparations. They think they deserve money for all the years their ancestors were enslaved. I think white people should get some reparations. It would be in the black people's best interest. You start showering white people with riches, presents, days off, and you say, this is all because slavery ended. And all of a sudden, we start to feel really good about the fact that we can't own black people anymore. For many white people, it's a sore subject. They're like, damn it, who's gonna do all this yard work? Now I gotta hire Mexicans. Which led to the current immigration problem we're having. See, it all snowballs. Tim Henson for president. I could fix this country in a goddamn week. Everyone would just be so happy living here. Anyway, look, I can't fix every problem right now. I've got a lot on my plate. Last couple weeks, I've been spending half my time in Ashtabula with my mother and half the time down here in Cincinnati. And when I'm down here in Cincinnati, all I'm doing is just recording shows, trying to bank some episodes of DV so I can continue to post them while I'm up in the boo. Now, speaking as someone who is traditionally lazy and likes to take her time recording these episodes and just avoiding work in general, I'm not a happy camper right now. I'm miserable. But, you know, what the hell am I going to do? So I was very pleased to receive something in my post office box. It put a smile on my face. Honestly, I would have waited to open this in a video, but the post office wasn't even sure that this package was for me because, as always, my listeners prove to be fucking retarded. They cannot follow simple instructions. And that includes, but is not limited to, properly formatting addresses. The people at the post office wrote in marker on this package, no name, 524. So I guess I got this a couple weeks ago and they just didn't know what to do with it. And finally, they figured out it was to me because it says ship, open. What does it say? Open. This is who it was addressed to. Open soon, please, from Oklahoma. So I guess there's a DV listener out there named Oklahoma. It does have my P.O. box, so they should have just stuck it in there. But the post office is strange. Like, it has to be one of the names that you've given us. So, of course, when I signed up for the post office box, I used my name. So it has to either be addressed to Tim Henson or Distorted View. And if it's not, they think it goes to the prior person who owned it or something. I don't know. It's dumb. Stupid. I blame it half on the dumb listener who shipped it to Open Soon Please from Oklahoma. But I also blame the post office. All right, so here is what I received. And I will take a picture of this and make it today's featured image over there at DistortedView.com and SuperFreakSideshow.com. It's an entire novel featuring yours truly. The #1 bestseller fiction book of 2025, The Horse Whisperer Chronicles, The Tales of Timothy Bethesda Henson. And on the cover, there's a picture of me with a horse. Here's the back blurb. Meet Timothy Henson, media darling, bunny-crushing enthusiast, and connoisseur of comfarts. With a hilarious band of misfits, he sets forth on a quest to befriend mystical horses. I love horses, best of all the animals, and evade the diabolical 14th birthday. Journey through this mythical land as Timothy balances a bizarre life with his boyfriend, Lord Douche. Determined to own the greatest stable imaginable, lofty goals, he finds solace and absurdity at Red Lobster. Embrace the extraordinary and dive into an adventure that's as unbridled as Timothy's wildest dreams. And then there's a review from an actual publication, the Equine Eccentric Weekly, who states, this book has more twists and turns than an IKEA shelf assembly. Timothy Henson has done it again. So I believe this is a book through a service where basically artificial intelligence will just create a whole story. You fill out some prompts and then it creates the whole thing, a cover, everything. So it's very funny. I will read some of this on an upcoming Sideshow exclusive episode. If it makes any sense and or it's funny, I'll just we'll read the whole book. We'll break it up into segments, as read by this will be the official audiobook to the Horse Whisperer Chronicles as read by the author. Just to give you a little sample, though, let me read you a passage from chapter 10. By the way, flipping through this book, Haley's Comet is in there, Tone Deaf Sean is in there, Unicorn Hamster plays a big part, 14th birthday. All right, chapter 10, Comfort Tactics, a lesson in strategy. That sounds like an episode title of Distorted View Daily, doesn't it? As the familiar scent of buttery shrimp and cheesy biscuits wafted through the air, the gang convened at their usual Red Lobster booth, ready to dive deep into strategic planning for their imminent showdown with 14th birthday. I guess maybe 14th is the antagonist or villain in the book. Timothy Henson sat at the head of the table with a pen poised above a napkin, a look of intense concentration plastered across his face, as if he was about to mediate on the complexities of the universe itself. All right, my glorious misfits, it's time we put our heads together and craft the most ridiculous yet effective tactics to face our arch nemesis 14th birthday. Can we please not talk about that evil woman right now before I dig into my lobster fest? Grumbled Tone Deaf Sean. Lobster fest. All right, Sean, focus. We need to strategize. What do we have to work with? The Oklahoma asked, his brow furrowed. Last I checked, my pain-in-the-ass podcast and drag shows might not be the secret weapon we need in this situation. I feel like Oklahoma's promoting himself in this book here. Timothy leaned in closer. It might not be about what we have, but how we use it. For instance, have you heard of comfarts? Did you say comfarts? Swindlicker said. What even is that, bro? It's a brilliant attack that involves leveraging unexpected sounds to distract our enemy. Who wants to lead the comfort brigade? Wow, just a lot of fucking nonsense there. 250 pages. It is a full-size book. I think you can buy it, maybe. Like, they'll reprint it. This is like, there's a website called Book by Anyone. So if you want to create your own AI book, you can go to that website. And then if you want a copy of it, it's $32 fucking dollars, which is a little pricey for one book. But Oklahoma, thank you so much for this. We'll read some more on a Sideshow exclusive episode. Maybe we'll do a couple of specials. So if anyone's interested in this, they can listen, but they don't have to if they don't want to. Won't be a part of a regular episode of DV. But again, if you want to check out the cover of this book, I've made it today's featured image. Listen, I do have some audio I wanted to share with you. First up, our girl Sagittarius Shouty is back. She loves to do vlogs as she's working. For those of you that don't know, she's a prostitute. Here she is waiting for her next customer to come up. Yeah, we're as surprised as you. Let's hear how the smashing went.
Guys, he literally took only 5 minutes.
She is never happy. She's upset when the guy comes too fast. She's also mad when it takes too long for him to nut. It's like, you're getting paid regardless. Anyway, her client this time was Middle Eastern. It's always like an Indian dude or Middle Eastern man. A very specific type of guy finds Sagittarius attractive, and they're not white.
The trick's breath smelled like literal dog shit. His breath literally smelled and tasted like he just finished eating ASS.
You know, Sagittarius isn't shy when it comes to the guys. They'll say things like, I want a nut on your tits. And she's like, no, you keep the rubber on. I'm going to suck you off and you're going to come into the condom. She's totally okay with setting ground rules. I don't know why she doesn't have like some pre-sex rituals or requirements for the guys. Like, the second you step into my apartment, you will go to the bathroom. I've got some mouthwash you need to swish around. There's a wet rag you can wash underneath your fucking stinking armpits and your ball sack. Spritz on a little Axe body spray, like something. She's always complaining about the stink of these men, which again tells you a lot about the type of clientele she's attracting.
Anyways, and then after the session, he was like, he said sex with my girlfriend would have taken longer than 15 minutes, but you're so hot.
Aww.
I'm like, oh, good to know.
Maybe this was just his way of saying, look, I don't want you to think this is going to be a regular thing. Try not to get too attached to me. I have a girlfriend. In the video, she sees a few other clients, and it's always the same thing. The video continues right after the guy leaves, or nuts, or whatever, and Sagittarius is exasperated. She's like, oh my God, you guys, and then lays into what was wrong with him. And it's like, these are guys hiring a prostitute, a big fat prostitute. You got fucking tattoos all over your face. I mean, Sagittarius is a very nice girl, it seems. No disrespect, but I don't know why you have to talk bad about all of your clients. Some of these guys are going to see the video, I bet, at some point.
Oh my fucking God, guys. What the fuck, first of all?
Was he ugly? Too ugly for you? Bold? Stinky? What?
That was so fucking awkward. Okay. So, it was some chonky old white man.
But you're a chonky white chick. The only difference is he has money.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like his undercarriage, like under his stomach or around his like ball area that smelled, but something smelled. Anyway, so he comes in, literally like takes him like, I'll say like 3 minutes to bust a nut. So I just like give him a little handy, and I put the condom on, and then I, try to go to town. His wiener was literally like this.
Yes, the cream of the crop are not looking for prostitutes. I mean, I know that there's like all sorts of different guys go to prostitutes, but you can't be surprised when ugly dudes or fat dudes or even stinky dudes want pay for sex because they can't get it any other way. This is your line of work. I feel like she wants us to pity her. Like, where's the violin music here?
Tiny, and he was so hairy, and there was no way for me to like suck it without getting all his fucking...
She's starting to gag.
Pubic hair, like... I had to like take my hand and like hold down the pubic hair.
Even though he was a little stinky, he still nutted real fast, and so I guess he wanted to go for a round 2, and Sagittarius was accommodating. Good girl. That's just good customer service.
Anyways, he paid for the hour, so he gets a second shot, whatever. I should have just said 1, because he asked, is it 1 shot or 2 after he paid me, but I don't know. It's really generous, whatever. So it takes like 3 minutes.
Our patron saint of handies, Sagittarius. Oh, so generous.
Then
You should be able to, it should be unlimited. You know, if you pay for the hour, you get the bitch for an hour.
we tried for the second shot. Guys, I sat there jacking him off.
It's always harder the second time.
For an entire 40 minutes. I'm literally, my hands, my arms are so tired. My foot was asleep when I tried to get up. Literally, like, switching hands because my arms are getting so tired. And he's just laying back there like this with his eyes closed. Then I started to close my eyes because I'm, like, trying to, like, I don't know, like, multitask, like, sleep while I don't know. Anyway.
You were sleep jacking.
And then finally I was like, okay, like, I don't think it's working. He's like, yeah, I don't think so either. He's like, oh, well, it is what it is. And then he almost walked out without grabbing his stuff, so I feel like he was kind of like cheese or whatever. I don't know. But, yeah.
I mean, I can see why he was annoyed. It's not your fault. He came real quick the first time. It only took a few minutes. And then for that whole rest of the hour, though, he wasn't able to come again. He really doesn't have anyone to blame but his cock. That little guy really forsook him. Well, that's what Sagittarius Shouty has been up to. She's been working hard for the money. Moving on now. One of the greatest innovations the judicial system has put into place recently has been the virtual court appearances. This has been great for mostly me, because these defendants who appear via Zoom make no effort to appear in front of their camera in a proper professional manner. They think, since I don't have to go to court, I can just run errands while I'm on my phone. We've played many examples of this over the years. I've got a new one for you today.
Asia who?
Outer Bridge.
And why are you so late?
Yeah, there's no reason to be late because you had nowhere to go, right? You didn't have to appear in court. All you had to do was turn on your fucking camera. Log into Zoom. You can tell where the camera is positioned. She has it lying down, like face up, right, in her kitchen. And so the camera is getting a shot of her dish rack. Looks like she just did some dishes. And then you can sort of see her head pop in and out of frame.
Because I have a paper right here that shows my court started at 1 o'clock.
Ooh.
But then when I called, right here, if you can look.
I don't see 1 o'clock. It looks like I saw 9 a.m.
Okay, that was the first lie she was caught in. These people just don't know how to operate. You got to set your camera settings to a lower resolution if you're going to try pulling something like that. At the very least, shake that piece of paper a little bit so it appears blurry.
I had 1 o'clock on one of those papers.
It's a different paper, but she doesn't have that one. The paper she has says 9 a.m., but there's another paper. Okay, now she's getting deeper into the lie here. Keep digging that hole, bitch.
1 o'clock on one of those papers.
You just showed me a paper, Miss Outerbridge.
Yes, I did. Right. So when I called.
No, all right. So now the camera, she's making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. She's holding up a jar of Jif, and she is knifing some peanut butter out of the jar.
Yes, I did. Right. So when I called.
No, we can't talk at the same time.
Well, I apologize for being late. Excuse me.
Stop.
You asked me a question. I'm just trying to answer it.
I know. Put whatever you're trying to prepare down.
I'm trying to feed my daughter.
Get your coat. You got to put your properly dressed on.
And she's got her nightgown on too.
I am properly dressed. I have on a t-shirt. I am properly dressed.
Is that a robe?
It's the problem, sir. I'm not even doing that. You asked me a question. I'm answering. My daughter is sick. I had to keep her home from school. I'm just trying to feed her. That's it.
Not terrible, but you're in court.
Miss Outerbridge, I'm sorry that your daughter is sick. But again, you're in court, okay? And we're going to treat it as such. I asked
Okay,
you.
I'm properly dressed.
No,
I
don't talk while I'm talking.
I have on clothes. I have on clothes. I have on clothes.
Find us
I
out,
have on
Bridge.
clothes.
Well, you were wearing a robe over a t-shirt. Again, while Zoom has been great for me and content for my show, it's been a goddamn nightmare for the courts. You all remember this classic clip.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on.
Yes, there are 3 people on screen. One of the lawyers, Rod Ponton, accidentally had a filter on that replaced his image with a cat. An animated cat, and every time Rod Ponton would speak, the cat mouth would move, and cute little kitten eyes blinking.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to
can you hear me, Judge?
It's the cat
I
talking.
can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
Your Honor, for the record, I am not a feline.
I can see that. I think if you click the up arrow next to this,
the olds helping the olds. Fumbling and bumbling. My favorite comment is, this guy suspiciously denies being a cat even though no one accused him. Yeah, there's something fishy going on here. I think this lawyer just wanted a day off, so he got his cat to fill in for him. I demand he be disbarred. Real quick, before we get into the news, someone, I think in the Discord, sent along this video. I'm sorry I don't have your name in front of me. It's another very short clip from a predator catch video. What I find interesting about this one is how different the predator catchers act towards the predator than in previous catches. Now, this is a different group, right? So the last time we played one of these catches, it was the diaper boy, right? And the predator catcher guy sat down with him and really tried to pretend to be his friend. And I feel like if I was a predator catcher, as opposed to just a predator, I would go the same route. You kill them with kindness and you get more information out of them, right? If you come charging at them very antagonistically, they're more likely to remain tight-lipped, right? You act like you're their friend though, and they're more willing to talk about their weird, sick diaper fetishes, So these guys do things a little bit differently. I don't know if there's one right way to catch a predator. This is a guy who was trying to meet a 13-year-old late at night.
Please, shut the fuck up. Please, I'm unemployed. My family relies on me. They need me. My grandma's.
Nobody relies on you.
Yes, they do. My mom's disabled. Please.
So they're mocking him. I believe they mooed at him at the beginning of the clip like he's a big fat cow, which he is. They call his bullshit immediately. Dude, you're unemployed. There's no way you're a functioning adult. No one's relying on you to do anything. He acts like, I can't go to jail. If I go to jail, my family's going to starve.
Nobody relies on you. You rely on your friends.
You rely on them. Sounds like you're fucking mooching.
You don't do shit but watch their dogs, you said. You told this little boy that.
Yes, and I help my family because they all have health issues like I do. Please.
Please what?
Can you do a jumping jack?
Please what?
Do a jumping jack. There we go. See?
And he's doing jumping jacks. I guess if you're a dick to the predator, they get scared and they just do whatever you say. Either that or he's thinking maybe they'll let me go if I embarrass myself in front of them.
Please what?
It's very simple.
Please what?
Please don't turn me into anyone or anything. I've never done anything like this. I've never even met
Sure.
like this.
A likely story. Every predator, it's their first time doing this.
Met with anyone under the age of 18, please.
Today was going to be the first time, right? Just be honest here. You just be honest.
How many times have you done it before? How many times have you done it?
None. I swear.
So today is the first time?
I was considering it. I haven't.
What made you want to swallow the...
I believe that was what made you want to say you want to swallow his cum, and then he asked for pictures and stuff. Here's another clip where he's degrading himself.
I need to be walking away because I am a fat ass.
Yeah, see? If you let me walk away, that'll help me get exercise. I'll run away.
I need to be walking away because I am a fat ass.
Well, you're calling and answering the phone. You answered the phone to the little boy.
I don't know. It's been like 2 years since I've even been with anyone, and I'm desperate and I'm lonely, and it was a bad idea.
Fat ass. Don't forget you're also a fat ass.
I don't even like children. I hate kids. That's why I'm gay. I don't like children. I don't want children. I don't know why the fuck I thought this was a good idea.
Doesn't that kind of sound like me? I'm always like, I hate children. They're disgusting. I don't want to be around them. A likely story, right? Someone should really look into me. Well, he continues to plead.
The cops are coming.
Please.
They're coming.
Please don't.
It's funny because sometimes with these predators, they get distracted by something that doesn't matter. He becomes very concerned where his headphones are. Now, his headphones at some point fell off of his head, and he stepped on them, and he's just realizing it now.
You stepped on them, Tubby.
They're fucking...
What did you do?
Broken.
What the fuck did you do? You gotta
The least of your problems right now.
People do better around here.
Fuck your headphones.
Yeah. Fuck your headphones, Tubby.
Please, come on, God.
My headphones are broken and you couldn't even be nice about it.
And my purse got stolen and you couldn't even be nice about that.
Yeah, 100% same energy. Jim! I'm not doing it! My cunt fucking hurts! Well, there you go. Predator catchers on the scene, making sure tubby toddler touchers get what's coming to them. And it's not boycock, that's for sure. It's justice. Hardcore, throbbing justice. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow? What are you waiting for? Help support this stupidity. Become a true and honorable freak today. Every week, Sideshow members are getting exclusive content you won't find anywhere else in the form of full-length Sideshow exclusive episodes. And in addition to that, throughout the week, we also do little bonus segment shows, which clock in at around 10 or 15 minutes. Yesterday was a Sideshow exclusive program. I'll be doing a bonus segment show today for Sideshow members, and then tomorrow we'll be doing another full-length Sideshow episode. And then, of course, Friday, we're doing a best of show. So if you want to hear more new DV this week, you're going to have to sign up. Go to distortedview.com right now. Membership's very inexpensive. There are monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, and yes, even lifetime memberships. Access is pretty instantaneous. When you sign up, you get a personalized RSS feed that you can plug into just about any podcasting app. That'll contain all of the free shows alongside the bonus and exclusive shows. Now, if you happen to use Spotify to listen to DV, the sign-up process is a little bit different. You're going to do it inside of Spotify. Just search for Distorted View. There will be a link to sign up for Sideshow Access. And when you sign up, all of the exclusive content will appear right alongside the free episodes in your Spotify feed. Same deal with Apple Podcasts, although you're given a choice. You can either sign up over there at distortedview.com, go that route, or if you'd like, you can sign up inside of Apple Podcast, again, just by searching for Distorted View. For more information, check out distortedview.com. One final way to help us out, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And yes, we've got some patrons checking in. We'll get to those calls in just a moment. But first, 2 news stories. First up, we got one from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Our most fucked up state. Yes, it's Florida. Our most fucked up state.
This story actually took place earlier this year, but I've got some great new audio from the incident. Story takes place in Gainesville, Florida. Florida man has spent New Year's Eve fighting for his life in intensive care. Yeah, he almost died. You wouldn't know it by the sounds of this video, though. He was just excited to get this all on video and potentially become a meme. Like, I kind of feel like he was hoping he would die, because that means he would probably go even more viral. And this is why children are stupid. It's all about getting the views, even if it costs you your life. You'll hear what I'm talking about in just a second, but yeah, he spent New Year's Eve in intensive care after a venomous rattlesnake bit him during a snake searching excursion, a pastime known as herping. Not a great name for that hobby. Not appealing in the least. David Humflett, who is passionate about wildlife, recounted the terrifying moment in an interview with WCJB. He said the pain from the bite was so intense, it felt like being mauled by a gator, which he's probably experienced as well. It's another exclusive you can only find on his TikTok channel. I'm gonna wrestle a gator! Internally, my reaction was just like, dang it. Like, oh, this is really bad. You know, like I might lose my leg. After the snake struck, Humflet managed to get himself to a local fire station for help, explaining that his body began to go numb. I called my wife. This dude is married? Someone willingly chose to be his wife. Okay, women are dumb. I called my wife because I thought I might die. Emergency crews flew him by helicopter to Shands Hospital for urgent care. All right, let's take a listen to the audio from this video and see what happened.
Go, guys! We just got Diamondback. Let's go!
All right, so it's not like the snake surprised him. He wasn't expecting it. He was walking through a forest and then got bit. No. He saw the snake and decided to fuck around with it. Let's get some close-ups of the Diamondback.
Go, guys! We just got Diamondback. Let's go! My leg.
Oh, right there. Wait.
Let's go! My leg.
My leg. Shit. Abort!
Diamondback. Let's go! My leg. Well, I'm cooked. What a meme, dude. GG.
The kids are so stupid. Like, this is all they're thinking about. Like, this is great content. GG.
I was just peeling the bark.
I'm cooked.
Got bit in the leg.
Yeah, stop filming. Get to the hospital now.
I was just peeling the bark and just got bit in the leg by a Diamondback. So, in the leg. Ow.
Everyone else, there's like 3 people just standing around. They're like, what do we do now? I don't know if they believe that he's serious because he's so like nonchalant about the whole thing.
Let's get some pictures of it first. I mean, we're already screwed anyways. Cool snake. Big Diamondback.
This guy is insane.
GG. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's the worst snake to get bit by in Florida.
As soon as I finish recording.
Oh, yeah. The next clip here is in the hospital. He's making sure, am I recording? You guys got the camera on me? His leg does not look good.
As soon as I finished recording, I got back in the car. Immediately started going into what I think was anaphylactic shock. Whole body numb and tingly head to toe. Sight on my shin felt it was going to explode, still does.
Yeah, it's all black and blue and just brown, and I don't know what the hell's going on with that leg.
It still does. Drove 30 minutes to the nearest ambulance station, taken to helipad from there, flown in a helicopter to Shands Hospital where I'm now being treated. Got my first 10 vials of amphetamine down. It's swelling, still getting worse, so I need more.
It's kind of hard to tell how bad it is, but it's starting to bruise. What do you want to say to the camera?
I'm scared I'm gonna die.
He's scared he's going to die.
The camera.
Make sure you're like and subscribe to my channel in case I don't, though.
I'm gonna die, but hopefully not.
All right, back to the story here. Doctors ended up administering 88 vials of anti-venom over the course of Humflet's 2-week hospitalization. In the video, you heard him say that he just got his first 10 bottles, so there was a lot more administered. Even in the midst of the crisis, this idiot's wife, Emma Rainier, good job not taking his last name. I wouldn't want to be associated with him either. His wife, Emma Rainier, described trying to stay calm while rushing him to the emergency room. Even in the midst of the crisis, she said the couple felt overwhelmed by the kindness and prayers they received. It's kind of hard to tell how bad it is. Not really. It didn't look good, but it's starting to bruise. It's been really amazing. That's just the God we serve. Like, he turns things that seem crappy and he makes them really beautiful. What a fucking poet. May I suggest we replace live, laugh, love with that? God turns things that seem crappy and he makes them really beautiful. Humflet, despite everything, harbors no anger towards the animal that bit him. The snake is just doing what it does. It just perceived me as a threat and it was just trying to protect itself. So I'm not mad at the snake and I don't want anyone else to be mad at the snake either. We're not. Most of us were rooting for the snake. Because you're right. You were invading its territory. Fuck you. All right, there you go. That's what's happening in Florida. And finally today, freaks, a Western Kentucky man was taken into custody last week after police say he intentionally let a raccoon loose inside of a local business. An odd incident that follows a previous arrest that involves a different type of animal, a mule, in an attempted getaway. On June 6, 2025, officers with the Murray Police Department were called to a business where a man had reportedly released a raccoon and then fled the scene. What a coward, making that poor raccoon do his dirty work. Authorities quickly tracked down 40-year-old Jonathan Mason and pulled him over. I'm surprised he had a car, considering the last time he got caught, he was riding a mule. But we'll get into that in a moment. According to police, Mason refused to cooperate during the stop. He would not roll down his windows or exit the vehicle, prompting officers to forcibly remove him. Unfortunately, he was fresh out of raccoons, so he couldn't throw any of those onto the officers' faces. He only had that one raccoon that he, let out into the store. Still unclear why he did that. He was obviously upset with the establishment for some reason or another. Anyway, during the investigation, officials discovered that someone at the business had been bitten by the raccoon. That should result in additional charges against the man, right? They also learned Mason had been barred from entering the premises prior to the incident. See, now, I'd like to know why. I feel like that's an important part of the story, and it would be easy to ask someone. I want to know the history here. Mason now faces multiple charges, including second-degree assault, third-degree criminal trespass, resisting arrest, and failure to maintain insurance. He was booked into the Callaway County Jail. This isn't Mason's first unusual run-in with the law, as I alluded to earlier. Back in December 2024, not even a year ago, right? Like 6 months ago, police responded to a disturbance at a local bar where a reportedly intoxicated Mason was refusing to leave after being asked to go. Officers located him outside of the bar, having arrived on a mule. I'm guessing that he was trying to get around the fact that he's had his license revoked, or like he knew he was going to get blackout drunk and didn't want to potentially get a DUI, so he decided to ride a mule to the bar. Police say Mason ignored commands to stop and resisted as they attempted to take him into custody. Witnesses also claimed he had struck the mule repeatedly and mistreated the animal at another location earlier that night. Mason was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct, public intoxication, trespassing, resisting arrest, and second-degree animal cruelty. You know what he wasn't charged with? A DUI. You don't drive a mule. The mule was placed into care. Just 2 days after the incident, Mason was reportedly spotted once again riding the same mule, this time attempting to outrun police while drunk on the roadway. He was arrested again and charged with fleeing or evading police officers and another count of animal cruelty. Again, that second time riding the mule, drunk. He was not arrested with a DWI or DUI or whatever. We have found a loophole in the law. If you are a hardcore alcoholic, get yourself a mule or any other rideable animal. An ostrich. I've seen people ride ostriches, at least in video games. I think I'm thinking of Mario or something. I don't know. Didn't he ride an ostrich? One of those games? Super Mario Brothers 2. There's got to be some others too. Call in with your favorite video game where you can ride an ostrich. That, my friends, is your Distorted News 4th Wednesday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show. Show at DistortedView.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow. If you pledge $5 over there at Patreon.com/DistortedView, you get access to our special voicemail line. Yes, I've got a couple of those calls here. Let's begin with this one.
Hi, Tim. I'm calling to talk about masturbation.
Oh, thank God. Thank God someone's going to talk to me about this.
Yes, it's Itchy Tate, just responding to your call, asking for your listeners to talk about their masturbation habits. Basically, with me, it's lots of paper towels.
Oh, yes, I was asking you guys, when you jerk off, what is your preferred method of catching the cum or cleaning up the cum? Where do you blow your load?
Like underneath me on the chair, on the floor, even right beside the keyboard. I don't want any mess. So,
so you lay down paper on the floor to catch it all.
I'm fairly clean that way.
Mm-hmm.
Something interesting to tell you. I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you about this, but a couple of years ago, I finally went to AdamandEve.com. Or use coupon code FREAK.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, if you If you have trouble using promo code FREAK because you've used it too many times or something, you can also use coupon code DV. I don't know why I have 3 codes. I was going to maybe use them for something else at some point. I think I also have coupon code TIM. So, yeah, I don't know. Freak, DV, or Tim. Pick one. Get 50% off just about any item, a bunch of free gifts, free shipping. Adam and Eve has been an amazing partner. I don't even want to call them a sponsor because they've been with me so long through thick and thin. Show them some love and get yourself some fine sexual products.
My fleshlight of choice, and haven't used it since. It would be ideal, especially for like cleanup, because you're blowing your load right in the fleshlight.
Yeah, but then you got to clean the fleshlight.
I just can't use it. I don't know what it is. I've had it at the tip of my dick. There's a mental block preventing my dick from going in the fleshlight. And I don't know. It's a sense of shame, cringe. I don't know. Maybe you could help me out with that.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you start incorporating sex toys, which I encourage you to use, try them out at adamandeve.com. Buy a bunch and see what ones work. You might be surprised by what you're into. Like nipple clamps, sure. Prostate stimulator, why not? Buy one of each kind of sex toy and see what one works for you. But what I'm getting at is, once you start introducing sex toys, it becomes more than just masturbation. This quick and easy thing. Now it's a big production. You got to find the toys. You got to prep them, whatever that might entail, washing them, lubing them up. You got to find a good place to use them. The nice thing about masturbation is you can do it just about anywhere. In your bedroom, in the bathroom, in the car, in your car, stopped at a parking lot overlooking a playground, all those different places. I really am coming off like a fucking creep today, aren't I? I'm really not a predator or pervert of any kind. I'm just having some fun with you guys, just joking around. My point is, the reason why you might not be into the fleshlight or think to use the fleshlight is because there are extra steps involved, and you're just used to jerking off, pulling down your pants, pulling your pud, and cleaning up, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Hello, faggot. It is Unicorn Hamster checking in. Hey,
that is rich coming from you, sir.
Listen, I have a couple questions for you. First question is, there is a new fast food restaurant that I have never eaten in. I lived in a couple of states.
He's never eaten there.
Here in the mainland. And I've never been to this fast food joint.
All right, what's the name?
They're opening up over in Park Ave in Worcester.
Oh, okay, sure. Like, I know what the fuck that's at.
And the name of this place is called Checkers.
Oh, Checkers. Checkers is known as Checkers in part of the country. In other parts of the country, it's known as Rallies. It's the same thing, they just have different names.
And I know you've been there. You talked about it in the show before.
No, I've never been to Checkers. I've been to Rallies. And yes, the fries are great there. Everything else, questionable.
But I don't remember what the fuck was that was so excellent there. I mean, do they have competitive prices with McDonald's and Burger King?
They try a lot of different things, right? Like, they'll do burgers. I think their signature burger is the Big Buford or something. You can give it a shot. I think their burgers are not my favorite, quality-wise. But it's okay for a fast food joint. They try other things, too. Like, occasionally they'll do, like, chicken wings or boneless chicken wings with various sauces, like chicken sandwiches for a while. It's just your standard fast food place.
I'm just curious. My second question.
The big thing, though, is the fries, in my opinion, because they taste different than other fries. They're seasoned.
Is if Galileo 2333 ran for office, what state do you think he would be most likely
Washington
elected if he was running for, town council or governor?
Oh, the reason why I said Washington, for some reason I was thinking of the Mr. Hands case, where the guy was getting fucked by a horse, and a lot of bestiality people lived in that area because it was quasi-legal. But Galileo's not into bestiality. He's into little girls. So I don't know, somewhere down south, I guess, maybe. Somewhere deep in Appalachia where child brides were a thing and incest.
I don't know.
There's got to be some like residual freaks living there.
One of those forms of government. What state would most likely elect him?
Virginia,
Where would he get the most votes? West Virginia? Rural?
Yeah.
Deep South? I don't know. And
I was thinking like one of those like mountain.
Also, I have to add,
mountain towns.
If you're attracted to teenage girls or boys, it is not pedophilia. Pedophilia
now we're going to be splitting hairs here.
Is pre-pubescent children. Like
okay, well, I
10
mean,
and below.
I guess technically it's not pedophilia, but we call it pedophilia because it's close enough.
As long as the girls didn't have their period and have no bush, that's
very important. Unicorn Hamster, let everyone know this.
Pedophilia. But if
I think this is more of a confession than anything else.
They bleed and have pubic hair and a pair of titties.
All right.
That's different. I don't condone the raping or anything or taking advantage of a
it's just
16-year-old, 15.
Well, what do you call it then?
Or whatever.
You know, it's just easier to call it all pedophilia.
But it should be known that that is completely different than pedophilia. Thank you.
All right. There you go. Vote for Unicorn Hamster into Congress. This is going to be his major issue. Everyone needs to know the difference between pedophiles and guys who are into girls who are young but are still bleeding from the pussy. There's a distinction there. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me, show at DistortedView.com. DistortedView.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
I need to be walking in because I am a fat ass.
We're the Distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. If you're Sideshow freaks, I've got a bonus segment today. Tomorrow's episode is going to be a full-length Sideshow exclusive one, so it's a great time to sign up. On Friday, I'll be back with a best of show, so be on the lookout for that as well. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody!
Levens is a secret whole number between 2 and 3.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.